Have you ever held a knife that felt like it was tearing food instead of cutting? The slices are thick, the tomatoes get smashed, and peeling fruit turns into a frustrating struggle. But everything is about to change. Right now. No fancy tools, no advanced skills needed. Just a few extremely simple steps, and you can turn any dull knife into a razor-sharp blade, like it's brand new. And in this video, I'll share the entire process, from the smallest, easiest details to the surprising result. Let's get started. First is the flap sanding disc, labeled 120. This one is fine grit, specialized for handling small scratches and creating an even contact surface on the knife edge. Next, I take out the 80 grit sanding disc. This one is coarser, used for reshaping dull or lightly chipped edges. And finally, a felt polishing disc, the essential part for giving the blade a perfectly shiny finish after sharpening. Proper knife sharpening not only restores cutting ability, but also extends the tool's life, saves cooking time, and improves safety during use. A sharp knife is an ideal companion in the kitchen, and with just these 3 simple discs, you can totally make an old knife like new. To sharpen the knife effectively and achieve an ideal sharpness, follow the exact order of these 3 discs. First, use the 80 grit flap disc. This is the rough sharpening step, removing the dull outer steel and reshaping the cutting edge. When performing this step, hold the knife at a tilt of about 15 to 20 degrees. Move your hand evenly to avoid grinding off center. Next, switch to the 120 grit flap disc. This is the fine sharpening step, smoothing the newly shaped edge, removing large scratches, and beginning to form sharpness. Finally, use the felt polishing disc to finish the blade surface. This step gives the blade a glossy finish, a smoother cut, and helps it resist rust over time. When starting the sharpening process, hold the knife firmly at an angle of about 15 to 20 degrees relative to the sanding disc surface. This is the ideal angle to form a sharp edge without chipping the blade. Move the knife along its full length from the heel to the tip, following the blade's natural curve. Maintain even pressure and avoid pressing too hard to prevent heating or deforming the edge. With a coarse disc like the 80 grit, just a few light passes are enough to remove the old steel layer. Moving on to the 120 grit disc, repeat the same motion but slower and with a gentler hand to smooth the edge. Finally, when using the felt disc for polishing, glide the knife very lightly, almost just passing over the surface. At this point, the edge has been shaped and now needs to be finished. Throughout the process, you should alternate the blade sides regularly, so both are sharpened evenly. Be patient and focused. After just a few minutes, you'll feel the sharpness clearly with every cut. After completing the 3 steps of grinding and polishing with the discs, it's time for the final step, a small but extremely important one: cleaning and polishing the blade with toothpaste. You just need to take an appropriate amount of toothpaste, spread it evenly across the entire blade. Then use an old toothbrush to gently scrub along the blade lengthwise, from heel to tip. Toothpaste contains ultrafine abrasive particles that help remove leftover metal debris, grinding dust, and also add a light shine to the surface. Scrub evenly for about 1 to 2 minutes, then rinse thoroughly under running water and dry with a soft towel. The result is a knife that's not only sharp, but also shiny and clean, ready to return to the kitchen in perfect condition. And as you can see, with just a few simple steps, from rough grinding, fine sharpening, to polishing and cleaning with toothpaste, the dull knife has become sharp, clean, and ready for all kitchen tasks. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next interesting tips, and if you have any questions or suggestions, leave a comment below. I'm always happy to hear from you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.